So I was trying to make a quick video while I had a moment too. So what I wanted to talk about was kind of like, not even kind of like, I just want to talk about body image. A lot of times, many women that are like plus size like me, they have like a lot of trepidation about going to places like China, places like Japan, places like Korea, Taiwan, because there is an attitude, and a lot of times, rightly so, that Taiwanese people have, well, not Taiwanese, but a lot of Asian people are very more like, I hate to say it, like fat phobic, fat hate, whatever, anti-fat, whatever. So I just want to tell you guys, like, kind of like what it's like for me being like a fat person in Taiwan. So I want to say that overall, I don't really have any problems when it comes to my size. A lot of times in Taiwan, there have been some things that have happened, but it's like kind of stuff that in some ways kind of is equivalent with America, and I'll explain that in a second. So I do want to first of all emphasize that first, please remember, the U.S. overall is very still anti-fat, fat phobic, trying to make fat synonymous with health and things like that. So it's kind of like nothing different, going to Taiwan and dealing with that same attitude. It's just to a much higher level. And I also feel because the U.S. has all these other counter movements, or a very vocal minority, or a very vocal minority, or a very vocal counterpoint, maybe I should say, like F your beauty standards, health at every size, that try to combat this idea of skinny is the de facto model that we should all be striving for. So anyway, so Taiwan is, anti-fat, fat phobic, whatever, except it's just like to this whole other level that the US is trying to transition out of, So a lot of times I feel like, and I've asked other people, other Taiwanese people, like if you're fat, it's kind of like just cover yourself up, and, just stay sequestered, and there's not enough like opposition that I hear or see about, in my opinion. But then again, I'm not exactly fluent in Chinese, so that could be just my skewed perception. But anyway, but back to me. The typical issues that I have, of course, with being in a country where it's more prevalent to see a thin body than it is to see a curvier or fat body, is the clothing situation. However, it's not the end of the world, because I do shop at H&M, Zara, Forever 21. These places all have some things that I can get into. Now, to be honest though, my body size, I am like a 14, 16. So I'm on the lower end of the fat spectrum. So a lot of times, if it's a free-flowing blouse or dresses, or stuff that doesn't have like too much stitching and structures and buttons, I can find something and wear it and things like that. Now, when it comes to like pants, no way. Even if it's my size, and that's the thing that I definitely want to point out. Like, there are, even if I find something that goes up to my size, sometimes it just is not going to fit, because at the end of the day, my body shape is different than the average Taiwanese woman. But clothing is like less of a pain than you would actually be surprised about. Like, it's like less of a pain in the ass than I thought it was going to be. Also, I am one of those people, since I am right now living in Taiwan, I'm not one of those people that are like scrimping and saving my life away and won't even spare like $15 to buy something that I need. I have no problem like doing international shopping, and some of the favorite places I love to internationally shop from are Forever 21 and ASOS for certain things or certain styles that I know I can't find in Taiwan, or for pants. Also, my feet are big, my size just isn't a prevalent size for a Taiwanese woman. Can't do anything about that. So I've got to order in. And yes, I pick certain times to order in, and with coupons and things like that. And I try to make it work the best I can for me. So that's what I do. Yeah, so that's just the main thing. Like, because I'm a foreigner, I do get like that privilege of, I don't get to get judged to my face, I should say, at least, as harshly as the average Taiwanese woman, And I guess that's a good thing. I don't know. either way, I really don't care at this point, because it's just like, my body, not your body. You're not paying my bills. I don't care. Like, if anything, you're just pissing me off by giving me an unsolicited opinion. I mean, that's just how I look at it. So, yeah, so I mean, clothing, I can make do with. Making friends, no problem with making friends. But like I said, I have had one incident happen to me with being plus size, and that was literally a month ago, okay? And I've been in Taiwan for 3.5 years now, and it was a woman stopped. Well, I was sitting at a traffic light on my scooter, and a woman pulls up to me and says, in Chinese, like, where are you from? I let her know where I'm from. Then she looks me up and down. I had on a sleeveless dress, hot pink, blue straps. Love that dress. I was trying to work on getting darker and things like that. And she says, oh, well, you're too fat. You're too fat. And so I respond back to her, like in Chinese, like, I know. And I didn't say the last part, which is, and I don't care, because I was just so angry, that she took the time to basically accost me at a light to give an unwarranted opinion, and she wasn't thin herself either. So I thought it was quite hypocritical, and being that, you don't know me, it's not like you're going to have somebody for me to date, and that's why you need me to get skinny, but that's bullshit anyway either. So that was the first time anybody's ever out loud said anything like that to me. And like I said, like, everybody knows, like, that I'm not skinny, but I don't know, like, it's not a big focal point of conversation. The two Taiwanese people that I actually consider my true friends, they don't care. They don't care that I'm big. One's a man, one's a woman. They don't care that I'm bigger. They're just like, it is what it is. If you want to lose weight, lose weight. They're not trying to secretly, get me to lose weight. And when I worked with all Taiwanese coworkers, nobody was secretly trying to get me to lose weight. I've had more people tell me that I'm pretty, and these come from the youngest of young, who has had no social conditioning, to the oldest of old, where I actually got something for free. And I was with other foreigners too, of different races, and they were all thinner than me. And out of all those people, this old woman is saying, you're beautiful, and gives me something free. So, there you go. I've had some Taiwanese guys say, oh, I wouldn't call you fat, I'd call you Jojo, which is just a cute way to say chubby. Another guy says, oh, actually, you're not big, you're strong, which I guess is the equivalent of thick. But it doesn't matter at the end of the day, because like I said, my experiences have overall been positive. I wear what I want to wear. And nobody stops and laughs and stares at me on the street. Anybody that has actually tried to do that has actually been a student of mine. Was one student, and he never did that again. And I believe it's just because my students know, like, teacher doesn't really care anyway. And I let him know, like, you don't have to like that I'm fat. You could think I'm the most disgusting thing in the world. It can make you want to throw up. I was just like, but what you won't do is try to make me feel shame because of your opinion. And at that point, and this was my youngest class that I had, which was like 7th graders. And at that point, my 7th graders absolutely 100% knew, like, at that point, like, we can't really talk about her size, because she's going to just be like, what's wrong with you? My older students, they don't, they don't care either. They've never ever mentioned my weight. None of them have tried to slick call me any type of names under their breath in Chinese or Taiwanese. So, or in front of me, I guess I should say. So there you go. So, summing it up, I can live in Taiwan. I'm not being made fun of every 5 seconds. I can find clothes, and I don't mind ordering in clothes. I don't have problems making friends and meeting people. I've had more positive experiences being in Taiwan than the 2 or 3 incidents that were negative concerning my weight. So if that's what you're using to stop yourself from coming here, I would definitely reconsider it. And I'm one of those people that I've been fat my entire life, and I've never stopped living my life just because I'm fat. I had a very encouraging environment growing up. So a lot of times when I've met other fat people who have, like, hampered their life because of their size, it's like this foreign experience to me. I'm just like, you didn't do that because you were fat? Well, I did. Wait, what's going on here? Like, okay, so you just have to make an adjustment because of your size, but that doesn't mean you can't do it. It doesn't say no fat people, like, that has always been my attitude. And like I said, supportive environment. I have friends that are not that vain. So I've always had a pretty positive attitude in terms of travel and going where I need to go. That's all I have. I've had to shoot this video like 3 times because I couldn't get it down packed to the way I wanted it to. So if you have any questions, just let me know, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.